Alright, welcome in everybody. Race number 4 here, ISRC season here. Hopefully the stream looks okay.
Pit lane speed limit is 50 miles per hour. Okay, Dakota, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
I felt like I was fucking sitting high in this truck.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 95 Fahrenheit.
See how this race goes for us tonight. Not sure what to expect really. Well, we're in the wall, so we already fucked our lap, so that's good. Oh my goodness, dude. Well, this is gonna hinder our second lap, I can already tell you that much.
The leader has just done a 30.80.
That sucks.
New fastest lap for Stovall, 30.67. Fastest lap for Steele, 30.60.
Ah, that sucks.
30.91.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with my settings right now, but my taskbar will not go away. And these triple monitors are like fucking up. Anybody have any idea how I can fix that real quick?
Damn. Yeah, dude, I fucking
Mic check? Yeah, okay. Try alt.
hit the wall on my first lap going to 3, and it totally
I've
just
done
fucked
that.
my
It's
entire
still not
second lap
working.
up.
Ah, no. I'm waiting for the fast guys to run all their laps. I only have it set up on one monitor, so I don't know if there's something different you need to do with triples. I don't know if it's something in there in the graphic setting somewhere, some stupid setting.
But we missed Watkins Glen last week, so coming in trying to bounce back, get some more points here this week at Chicagoland. 150 laps here. We got 4 sets of tires in the pits total, plus the one on our truck, so 5 total sets. Yeah, I think we got 30 truck field here, so we'll see how it goes here. It'll be a 5-minute warm up. Looks like the stream stands to do okay. I've been having trouble with my stream the last few days, so it looks like it's running okay here.
Out. It's what it's race, but Zach, that's going to be a shocker to watch out for on how those drivers sneak through this field. As Nick Crawford, he's on his second lap as well with Cody Reed. As it is time to see the final steps. Who can top the board and beat Isaac Shelley, or can Shelley grab his 3rd pole in 4?
I'll have the broadcast running in the background. Turn it down.
That's the end of the
this
session.
time.
P23.
Going down to the apron, almost grazing the grass, and Cody Reed from 24th. Will he bounce any higher? It's up to second for Reed. He falls shy by
We have a
3
5-minute warm-up
one-hundredths of
here
a
before the
second.
race starts.
Shelley with his third pole of the season already.
Collect our thoughts here.
Wow.
And, yeah,
What a
get ready to roll.
statement
All right,
from
folks,
him.
welcome
That
to
is
Chicagoland.
showing just consistency,
ISRC
Sam, and that's something you want to have in qualifying,
We're
especially
gonna have
when you're
150
consistently
laps around
from
here.
the pole position.
4 additional sets
I
of
mean,
tires.
it is a
No
comfortable
crash repair.
place to ride if you're Shelley.
No stage.
We have now
like usual
entered
this
into the
season.
warm-ups. Practice and
Initial start
qualifying
will
are
be on
done. This
green.
is the final 5
Any
minutes for
restarts
these
will
drivers.
be
Any
green.
last little bits
I
of
believe the
practice that they want
description
in,
once they
as
enter the
well as
Geico
allows us to
restart
take a deeper
zone.
look of how the
If they don't
season's been
initiate the zone
going so
within,
far.
they
We're
initiate
going
the
to
start
start things off
within
with
that
taking a
zone.
look at the
Green
point
flag will
standings.
restart the race.
Entering into this
Race
evening,
11 is
top 12
DQ
drivers
at
will be
24X.
moving into the playoff
If need
chase
be,
for
we'll have
themselves. Currently,
maximum
Vincent
2
Sword, top
attempts at
four,
green
John
light
Force, top
checker.
screen, Jarrett
Please
Tallmadge,
remember to stay to
3
the
of
right
the top
on
4
pit
with the
road
win
today to
already. But
avoid
Zach, that cutoff
receiving a
line,
penalty or
there are a lot of
potentially
drivers
causing an
outside
accident
looking
on
in
pit
that we
road.
know have some good pace.
No changing lanes before the
There's
start finish
definitely
line.
a lot of drivers that are on
The
the
initial
outside
start, ready,
looking in.
restart, unless
You're
you're
going to see a
avoiding
lot of them
an
tonight,
accident or
really
potential
trying to
accident
make
in
up
front of
ground
you.
here because
And
when we
like
get to the
always,
schedule,
we
you'll
will
see
heavily
this
rely on
regular season
iRacing
short.
for
So
yellow
you
flags.
gotta make up
But
ground
if
for
we
some
do
of these
see
guys
something
back here.
on the
Look at Cody Reed,
racing
who just
surface
qualified
that we
second.
deem to be needing
He's
a
a 17th.
caution,
He's
we'll throw the
getting
yellow.
pole center. Even Isaac
But
Sellier,
if 1 or
he's an
2
18
trucks
man
get
Josh
spun
Verstappen.
off
So
into the
a lot of
shallow
good
grass
runs,
or in the grass
they
of the
need to get
backstretch,
those
we are
points
not
done.
going to throw yellow for that.
There's a lot to be grabbed, but not
Damn, I think
enough
my
stage
ran a
points.
decent lap. I
No
didn't hit the
We
wall
had
for
a
my second lap.
caution-free race, I believe, for the championship race
We can
here
go from flag to flag
last
if
season.
the stage
So if we
race
can do
down.
that
So
again,
these drivers can
that'd be really
evolve
cool.
throughout
Appreciate y'all
this
tuning in.
Talking to you,
race.
Cody.
You're
Tonight,
watching
as we
on
move away from
TikTok,
the point
YouTube,
standings,
Twitch.
take a look at how
Appreciate
the
y'all.
schedule
Follow me
looks.
on
Talk
Twitch
about how
and
it's a
YouTube, Blaze
shorter
Pass
schedule
What's the
TV.
stage?
than it's been in the past. 18 races in the past.
150.
Rounds down to 15 races that these drivers will have for themselves. 14 in total as the All-Star race will be also in the mix here. But we've got tonight
First
at
1.5
Chicagoland.
miler of
Next
the
week we
season
have
here.
off, for these
Well,
drivers, and then we're
that is
back
a
to
homestead, I
Pocono
guess,
at
counts,
Atlanta
but
08
more
configuration.
traditional
Nashville
1.5
Auto Club
miler.
going to be finishing out the regular season at Las Vegas before we have the All-Star break at Bristol. Then it's into the chase where we've got Talladega, Phoenix, Darlington, Rockingham, Kansas. Those final 5 races going to be the critical portion of the season. But Zach, it's crazy to think regular season, only 9 races in total that these drivers will have.
It's exactly right. I think it's so important tonight because we got the off week coming up that you finish off this 4-week stretch strong here so you can go into that next 5 weeks and really build an opportunity to fight for those playoff spots.
I think it also helps having an off week because of the major update that iRacing put into the sim
Top 10
last
starting
week.
position. Nice, man.
It's kind of changed up a few of these races.
Yeah, I'm
that
shocked
we're
by
gonna be
that.
heading towards, so it'll allow drivers to get that extra time and solidify some of these setups, and as well help these drivers get prepared for the second half of the regular season. And for us, it gives us time to just reassess on who the fast drivers are. Speaking of fast drivers, here's some of the fast drivers that we feel like are those to watch out for this evening. I'm going to go with the driver that I haven't really picked as my pick-em, but I have a feeling he might have some sneaky speed trying to make that push to the playoffs.
Hopefully it just goes
142
green.
of
I can have a
Joshua
decent
Stovall.
race.
Feel like this 42 machine, we come to these mile and a halves, where quick pace,
Yeah,
stay
hopefully,
up front.
man.
He's always there, and he looked quick back at Homestead, Miami, just a few weeks ago, and I feel like he could be a sneaky driver to watch out for here this
Try to
evening.
work my way up
Zach,
there.
Who are you going with here this evening?
Well, I'm going to go with a little bit of past history here, Sam, and it's a driver that finished back in season 4 in second place here, but led the most laps in that race. It was Noah Steele. Just came up short to Mark Whitley in that race. I think tonight could be his opportunity to get it done. He qualified well here, and I tell you what, he looked good in practice too, so watch out for the 8 machine.
Taking off that survival run at Watkins Glen last week, I think he would love to find some great momentum moving forward. And our third group member of our group up in the booth, running productions here, it's going to be Robert Moyer Jr. picking Alan Elwood in the 4 machine. We know that this 4's got some quick pace. Curious on if tonight is the night that we find the rookie into victory lane. That's going to be Robert's pick here this evening. Those are going to be our 3 drivers of our pick'ems to watch out for. There are plenty of other drivers out there. I know, Zach, we don't want to pick the same guys all the time, but I am curious on your thoughts on how would these drivers want to set up, or who are some of the fast drivers to watch out for, as here's our pre-race rundown of tonight's race. But Who are some of the favorites that we didn't pick to watch out for here tonight?
I think the favorite A1 would have to be John Forbes with the performance he had last time, of course, here. I think, of course, you got to look at Vincent Sora just with what he did at Homestead. I think, you know, those two are going to translate very, very well. Danny Cochran's been great in the past here. But we've also seen some guys perform very well, like, you know, Robert's pick of Elwood there. But I think some guys like Fonseca, Kanata, they could have a real opportunity tonight with the way Chicagoland plays out in races. It's going to be really fun to see who comes out on top, though, Sam.
I also want to say thank you to the amazing sponsors, Layer Art Productions, Morecast, also Lucky
right.
Dilla, as well as the White Flag
Race is
sponsor
about
of
to
Gridless Graphics. And for us here, Freaky Fast Broadcasting, thank you to our camera providers
deep, but
at
like
Whiplash
I said,
Sim
we're not
Cams.
qualifying
Go
lap, so
look
we got
up
32
Whiplash
trucks
Sim
gridding
Cams
up here on
for
track.
great quality iRacing
150
cameras
laps.
to help elevate your racing,
Top
racing watching experience. Thank you so much to all the amazing sponsors. It's tonight's race. Going to be 150 laps, no stage break, no fast repairs, 4 extra sets of tires in pit road. And let's take a look at where the drivers will be starting here this evening. With no stage, you might want to get up front a little bit earlier than maybe you like in the past. Gotta be solidify yourself with great track position, and these drivers did it already with qualifying. Pole position for the 3rd time this season in just 4 races. Isaac Shelley knows what it's like to be up front, but he needs to finish up front. He's looking for a good start here tonight. Also to his outside going to be Cody Reed at 25. Robert's pick. Alan Elwood will be starting 3rd. Nico Garcia will be starting in 4th place with Aldi Fonseca in 5th. Noah Steele 6th place with Joshua Kanata in 7th. 8th we find Nick Crawford with Ryan Ferraro.
Highly doubt we're using brake at any point, you think? Even in a long
I don't even think so. I think it'll just be lift and coast.
I would like to
going to be starting in 10th position.
Starting in 11th, though, going to have to go to the rear of the field with one of those penalties is Malik Kuntz. In 12th, alongside him, is going to be the 46th of Trenton Jump. 13th is going to go to the 99.
Take care of that right rear.
Miller.
Yes, sir.
The 0 of Ethan Smith, with 15th going to the 50 of Samuel Garcia. 16th is Logan Brakey. 17th is going to go to Justin Smith. 18th, the 19th, Tyler Dinger. 19th is going to go to
stage cautions in this league no more, thankfully.
Around our top 20 is Mark Laberton.
In 21st, we find Richard Thomas. Going to see how well he's going to be able to move forward in 37, with Mark Morales starting in 22nd position. Dakota Moniz in 23rd, with Cody Smith in 24th. Justin Forbes going to qualify in 25th position, with TJ Callaway in 26th position. Did not put in times, but they'll still start moving. Going to be drivers to watch out for.
Rolling off here.
It's a rolling start. We need to follow car number 45.
Sora, Jared Tollwich, Danny Cochran, Thomas Green, and Tyler Horn making his triumphant return. And the 28 going to be your 32nd driver out on track. Again, drivers will be sent to the end of the line. Here's the list. There's 7 of them. You got Mason Cassidy in the 17th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all the people that got penalties.
Richard Thomas, as well as Michael Miller, Labertone,
so really I'm starting like
Callaway, all will be
16th.
End of the line, so it's gonna readjust.
All the pit road violations last week.
Saw a little bit of
Crazy work.
Up front, Isaac Shelley wants to start on
They said stay to the left.
Again, no stage racing. We got 150 laps. How do you see these drivers
stops instead of
here in the beginning portion
of
of this
a regular
race?
track?
I think this is going to be a little bit of a filling out,
Alright, man.
phase here, because
Good luck.
in no stage break, you can't really go out there and just
Long race, be patient.
and think, oh, I know I got a caution to kind of bail me out if I do overwork my tires. So I think right here is going to be kind of a filling out phase. Feel out your tires.
Logan, you better be ready. You got
what is going
me and Martin
to
behind
be
you.
like, and how those balances are going to change as that fuel
Eric
burns off and
actually
those tires
just
get
pointed
worn
that
out.
out to me.
Well, tonight's race.
All right, here we go. Appreciate everybody tuning in on all platforms. We got 150 laps
Be very
here.
careful. Full tires.
Around Chicagoland. Let's do it.
Halfway point here just in a few weeks.
Okay,
It's
Dakota,
been a blast
get
to
ready.
give you the call so far
Go,
for
go, go.
season 8. It's time for the drivers to survive Chicagoland. It's your ISRC 225 at Chicagoland. Isaac Shelley, Cody Reed, get on the loud pedal as we take off and go down into turn number 1. It's the 25 and the 98 side by side. And Zach, it's already equal footing as they exit at turn 2.
Big slip up from the 98, though. That's going to allow Reed to easily clear up to the top side here. Now, Shelley under attack from the drivers behind, but it's Alan Elwood in the second position who's taking the battle to the 25 up front as Reed is going to hold on to it, and he's going to lead the first lap here, Sam.
Exit out at turn number 4.
right.
you got that
Cars left
comfortability.
and right.
You're going to be quick. And Cody Reed just
Nice
got
save.
already with the 4 Allen Elwood right
high.
behind him. As drivers going 2-3 wide, some having major issues.
Holy shit, that just happened right in front of us.
Had a wicked loose moment for himself, but here's the 2 wide action. It's Danny Conrad
Brown pants moment.
As well, Sher Talmadge trying to march their way forward as these drivers that did not qualify, Zach, they're going to make this a lot more interesting throughout this race on how they go through this field. As Justin Forbes, it's St. Patrick's Day, and as these drivers are celebrating, it looks like 97 kind of hope that he's got a little bit of luck under that machine.
I thought we were going to see a few green trucks out there. We definitely are. So let's see the luck of the Irish for a few.
Smith, car number 7. Their rating is
for that. But man, there is a conglomerate going on, and it's right around the 15th place. And it's going to be the 11 truck that John Forbes guys. He's got the 15 of Vince Soro around him too. Same with Logan Brady, and these guys are being aggressive, Sam. They are not holding back. Look at John Forbes 3 wide through the middle, not wasting any time here early because they know this race could go green all the way to the checkered flag. You cannot lose valuable seconds here.
Little gaggle of trucks here in front of us.
You don't lose any of that time, and it's better off to, for those that know they can get up front, they can try to get that knowledge and information of how are these trucks going to react in the draft while they're making these fastest recognize and learn how do you make the big moves when it's necessary. Logan Brady just following the train down on the apron. That is free game. You can go down there at your own risk. As for fastest lap, give it to Danny Cochran here on lap number 4 of the 2, trying to rip his way forward, only up to 21st position, but trying to lead the charge as well as he can. Seeing the 3 and Thomas Green.
Trying to be easy on the right rear.
Another Justin Smith in the 48. And
Not really anywhere for us to go right here. Side by side in front of us.
Hold your line.
Up front. Cody Reed still leads this race, but there's a couple of drivers that are still trying to find their right footing. Still there. Spots. Garcia's lost 2 positions.
Still there.
Again, after his slip up, he's lost 3.
Still there.
Holly Fonseca trying to find his way to go forward as John Forbes already up 15 positions with Vincent Sora behind him. They are just marching forward with ease.
Definitely are, and this is kind of deja vu back to Homestead if you look at that race. They
22. You've just done it. 31.52.
Gotta give credit to Thomas Green too. He's kind of keeping similar with them and making their way through. But John Forbes, I mean, this has been his classic move.
Try to follow one of these fast guys through here.
He's made it work every single time I've watched it, so it's been impressive for him. And this is again one of his best circuits on the calendar, so I'm not surprised to see him play like this. And already got his way up to 9th in the first 7 laps.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Vincent Sora on mountain tracks that made me feel comfortable, confident. I don't think this was really on his list of comfortable, confident racetracks. I think everyone had it circled that this is probably going to be John Forbes' race.
I don't know what lane's the fastest right now. I don't know if the high lane or the low lane's the way to go.
Interesting. Speaking about making things interesting, Nico Garcia, who's on our ticker as the 78, well, accidentally had some issues getting his scheme set up for this evening. Will be the 71 as you look at it. That is Nico Garcia on our ticker as the 78.
That is
Still there, 21st.
Very much trying to fight now for this position. He lost a little bit there.
Next car is car number 29. Their rating is 3.0. Hold your line.
He's actually around the outside here of that.
Hold your line.
Shelley to hold on the front. So whole center in the 98.
Still there.
Didn't have the greatest start and starting to drop back just a little bit here. I think that's the one thing for Shelley that needs to work for him is he's been qualifying very, very strong, but he's got to convert these race finishes with the being those stage points.
22nd place.
We've seen a couple of moments of drivers.
Yeah, stick it in there, 44.
Those cooler tires, but as the line progresses on, I've heard drivers say it's just going to get looser and
Still there.
looser. It's all about finding that great handling
Still there.
to survive through. And a lot of talking points was, okay, what can we learn from maybe the past times we've been at this
Still there.
track? 2-side tire save. It seems
Hold
like
your
that
line.
was kind of the talking point for a lot of drivers preparing for
Hold your
this
line.
race. And a lot were confused on still how John
Hold your
Forbes was
line.
doing it so well last time we were here.
Still there.
How well he was so
23rd
fast
place.
and saving tires. That's
Still
hard
there.
for a lot of
Clear
drivers.
inside.
Always are trying to figure out how fast guys do it. I mean, fast and save tires.
There's a car on the
That
left
is
side.
the key. If you
Still
go
there.
fast and
Gets
save the
bottled
tires,
up right here.
Still there.
Be in a great position out there.
Still there.
Each and every racetrack you go to, so it's definitely
like the truck handling bad, you did get damage from that. Impact on the third.
Still there.
Reed, Elwood, they've been in
44s are coming.
trying their own business, but really from Stovall back to everyone else here, the number 0 Smith, it's been a battle that's been just brewing. And now John Lewis, it looks like the next few laps he'll be a part of that line here side by side with Ethan Smith.
Hold your line.
Big moves forward as well as you can.
Still there.
Nick Crawford entering tonight is
Still there.
7 points, trying to carry on with some great momentum. Ethan
Still there.
Smith, part of a cluster of drivers. I was expecting this season to be kind of an upgrade from the last couple of seasons. You know, Ethan still trying to return to full-time racing all the time as much as he was back in the early days of the ISRC Truck Series, where this 00 was fighting to be in our final 4 racing for championships. He was hoping that this was going to be his full revenge tour, quote unquote, of being up front, challenging for wins. But Ethan Smith and 00, the 24 Harley Fonseca, both struggling as they're 2 of the lowest point counts so far. Entering tonight, crazy to say, after just 3 races.
there.
And being the drivers that have started 3 races,
Hold the line.
how much they
Clear on the inside.
They are both trying to find tonight to be their
Oh, lovely.
race. Start that out to
Our
go
inside.
for it.
3 cars wide.
Yeah, you know, the thing
What are you
about it
doing,
is
dude?
just you gotta have to finish this business. If something comes up,
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm at the
Trouble,
wall.
and it's a
What
big
do
one
you
in the back.
expect?
Trouble
What happened right there?
striking for multiple drivers. And
What are we
they're
doing back here
still
for 20 fucking
piling
fourth
into
place,
one
guys?
another.
Seriously?
As it looks to be the 5 in Dakota
cars out.
Marie's,
Line
the
up.
45
Yeah, I
got it.
of
They
Justin
continue.
Smith.
50.
Yeah.
On the rear
It's
end,
close.
Unnecessary
just
back
caught
here.
up with trouble, and it looks like it was Justin
Yep.
Smith
Don't tell that to the
getting
driver
into
that
the
calls.
44 of Labertone.
Yeah, you're good, brother. I just got ass packed. It's all good.
Go back here and check this
yellow.
one out.
It's all right. Okay, Dakota. The pace
Yeah,
car
so
is just
number
left.
44, that
Oh,
was
I
all
prefer
big
to
into
again.
turn 1.
Yeah, the
Well,
44 rushes the wall.
I mean, we all just piled right the fuck in, but fucking 45 and the 44 driving like idiots, dude.
Into that 45, and from
I mean,
there, it's
you
just
mean to drive
chaos.
through you after you hit the wall, or you been trying to get around you without
Drivers
making
running into
contact?
one another, piling in.
Bro, I hit the
Saw
wall.
that wreck coming from a mile away, dude.
Drivers in last place.
You made it too
Car
much.
number
I was
50.
saying at the wall,
Way to
you
go.
guys would go around me.
Sounds
You
good on
fucking
ease.
cut me off.
Trying to get
on the
through
road.
the mixture. He'll stay
I'm
on
driving.
goes down, but there's drivers all
Well,
around.
that's just fucking great,
Smith
dude.
runs into Mark Morales, who then gets hit.
Just
Kills the
stupid
7
low I rating
by
moves
the
back here.
37, and everyone else takes off and go. And
Look out for the pit speed
multiple
limit.
drivers
Pit lane
involved.
speed
That
limit
really
is
that
taking
is a
fuel
tough
on
spot
that.
to be because they're practically racing
I mean,
for
that's
last
common
place.
sense.
We'll need to stop again.
And
Box
Justin
in.
Smith
5,
required
4,
damage for the 45.
Yeah, it's tough to see.
One,
Yeah,
box
you know,
down.
especially
Just see what the damage is, I guess.
it's one of those things where now
Funny
lot
how
of
a minute.
drivers
was always a common
are
denominator.
just
Front right,
making it to this race and
89%.
get
Front
what they
left,
could out tonight.
91%.
Yeah, our
They're
back
gonna have
end's
some damage
tore up,
repair,
dude.
and
And
other
that's
drivers
gonna
are take
fucking
advantage of
hurt
that.
our
So it's
speed down
one
the
of those things that
straightaways.
happens in racing, and it looks like
Yeah, my
people
back
maybe
end,
have to
it's
take some
not looking
boxes
great.
here, 'cause,
Yeah.
very quick stops, if not.
You go back.
All right, let's make our final comment and let's be done, please. Thank you.
Honestly, I would have been okay if Martin didn't hit me.
Go into pit road and get service for himself. Same for Alan Elwood. And it looks like for Ryan Ferraro,
But I mean,
the
I'm
top
spinning
off
down the track.
fuel,
There's
but
not much
Tyler,
you could have did there.
Your fucking
15th
tail,
on
dude.
back, 16th on back, excuse me. 4 tires.
Oh, that's
and fuel for
frustrating.
themselves. Extra damage repair for those that are 25th on back. That's Michael Miller, Samuel Garcia, TJ Calloway, Thomas,
I
as
hate.
well as Morales.
I contemplate
Moniz,
life enough in
Tony
these
Smith,
races. I don't
and
need to do
Justin
it riding
Smith.
behind you.
Get extra service done for themselves.
Good God,
Luckily for
Tyler.
Justin Smith, doesn't have required damage that's going to take him out of this race fully. It was just a broken toe length. He'll get back out there on track. The question is, though,
Follow
how
car
much
the rest
number
of-
50. All right,
Why
Dakota,
are you gonna
get
put that on
ready
the
to
scene
race.
that says
Looks like
Barbie?
it's this
more
lap.
than he would like to
Catch up
attempt
to
to
car
stay on the
number
lap.
91.
He'll
That's
just
one of the
take hours
lines
to
that
get
they
all
say in the
service
movie.
done.
See how that
Hey,
can work
Martin,
out for them.
looked at the
This
replay.
is-
Yeah,
this
that
is
you
sort
could
of
have
a
did
very
there, bud.
interesting, scenario here now, Sam. I mean, you got
I
drivers who, of
appreciate
course,
it.
stayed out.
I mean, I was at the wall. Where else could I go?
Pace car is in, turn 2.
Or really the 11th position.
Yeah, we were probably going to be
Either
all right
the
there,
first one
but
or the first one tires. I mean, the tires, what I'm looking at is about already.
Yeah, all good, brothers.
Car is
We're
just
gonna
left.
see a huge.
I only had like a
amount
minute of
grip on
damage.
the
Hopefully it's
tires
not
here.
too bad down
I
the
expect
straightaways.
we could have some mayhem here with these trucks on
Hear
the
that,
tires
people
here.
that wanna
Even
talk
though they're only
shit,
15
know
laps
you're
to 12
back.
laps.
Catch up to car number 50.
He
It's
said Martin,
still
not
a
Martin,
lot.
so learn your names.
Yeah, I'm nervous because if you've watched the ISRC Truck Series in the past, this similar situation happened back in Season 4. It was a great Chicagoland race, but there were some big wrecks because we were
Probably should have took tires there, but
of old tires versus new. We'll see how well those new tires can navigate those on olders and how well can this field survive.
all right. Well, we'll see here. See how it is. See if this creature says damage on the back end still.
Back to the top spot. Can Shelley have a cleaner launch here with 17-lap old tires? Or will John Forbes just scoot away?
I didn't even look at the tires, so yeah, it's a little slick. Yeah. Might not have been the worst idea to take some tires there.
The field to see how well it can scatter through. We're already 3 wide back left though for second place.
Close action there is the 24 Fonseca. Make sure he gets to the inside of the 11. He did not let him close the door there. He holds on to that position. They're side by side on the back straightaway. We'll see if the new tires can.
I think some people stayed out too, though.
See him there on the bottom side of the wide. He's actually going to blink out for a second. Look at the grip he has there on the bottom.
Right.
He slides on the racetrack.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking they'll wreck again quickly, hopefully.
He found himself a very slow 3 machine. And Thomas Green ahead of him as Ribby side by side for the lead position. And Shelley Forbes trying to figure out who's going to have the top spot before the 25. And Cody Reed takes that position away because Reed is flying on the outside groove. The question is, when can he really go to the outside groove and get by these top 3? And it looks like they're going to give him clean space. Reed's going to go and fly as well.
Josh, Ryan, sorry about that restart. My fucking
He's on
squad, I
fresh
couldn't get it
tires.
together.
As Crawford as well. The grouping is all trying to find their openings,
Okay, we were 4 wide there for a second.
and move forward as quickly as possible. And I mean, it's just like this, Zach. It's crazy to see how different just 16-lap tires can change up a race.
Oh, it is immense how much of
car number 25 is now in the lead.
around the racetrack is embracing the Chicago. And it just shows you, I mean, are you to the lead there in 3 and 4?
Yeah, why didn't I take tires? I'm such a dummy for that one.
Get to the inside here, and he's going to be into the top 3 before you know it. And next thing you know it, it's going to be all tires that lead this race because it's just, you're not going to be able to hold them back. It's just
the next car is car number
he
53.
just loses his 3 wide. Here's Elwood trying to hang on, but it's Crawford around the top as he's a little bit into the wall actually.
In the backstretch, it's a difficult place if you're on the outside because it is not a straight line. It is a curved backstretch, so it will narrow down. It will get wide in other spots, and Alan Elwood's getting squeezed on the inside groove. He's being slowed down. There's just nowhere to go for the Ford machine, and everyone else is able to find the spaces on the outside and take off and go because Shelley, who's on the old tires, is kind of being a blocker right now as the 4 of Elwood's not able to take off on the outside. We're almost a stack 4 wide as Crawford, Stovall, as well as see Nico Garcia. They're utilizing their 4 fresh good years to the maximum potential.
Wow, man, this is crazy. Alan Elwood there just unfortunately
There's also smoke at
the wrong time there with Shelley pulling down on the inside lane, but there's a car in the outside wall back there. I think that might be the 24 Fonseca there. Because he had heavy damage on the right side of that 24. This is not what he needed early in this race.
Absolutely not, and it was because of aggressive racing of having the 8. It looked like a Noah Steele getting into the rear quarter panel of Fonseca, then got ran over by Jared Talmadge. Here's the replay. You're going to see 8 machine gas.
Well, Ollie is off the pace. Holy shit.
Then Talmadge nowhere to go. He just pumps into the 24, sends him to the outside wall, and Ollie Fonseca's
I think Ollie hit the wall.
Continue on. The snowball of the worst start you could ask for just continues on as he's got to be careful with seeing Cunningham knees the 44 of Lavertone as well as seeing Cody Smith now surrounding the 24. Other drivers though that are on the go with fresh rubber, you see the 46 of going to be Trent Jump making his way forward.
Making his first little appearance here tonight up front. That was a great call by him to take the tires and get the track position now as we check out his teammate Logan Brady.
Car inside.
You see him next up corner. He's back here in the 13th
Still
position.
there.
Now Brady also made
clear
to pit road. So we'll see how
B25.
his way forward as others are a quick poop going forward as it looks like
Okay, Dakota. Next car is 1 lap behind.
He's got the 8th. Just shows you again the difference in these tires. It's huge.
Well, this fucking
We'll see if this goes green.
sucks.
The tires are being in such a great position.
Yeah, they are in a prime spot to continue moving forward as we're looking at some of the other battles going on further back in the field. Their shots out front. Nick Crawford has to take the lead away from Cody Reed. Our top 5 all within a half a second of one another as they are squeezing on top. You can tell who was pushing and who wasn't through that traffic of utilizing their tires. I mean, Zach, Cody Reed had a half a second lead over Crawford and Stovall, and he's been caught, and it looks like he is just trying his best to survive in the middle of this mixture.
And it does. It's key, I think, for these drivers here right now to not battle each other too hard. Utilize, know the situation of, all right, we are pulling away from everybody else that's on old tires, especially some really strong contenders on old tires. If we just stick this out,
hey Vinny, how much food came out when that 98 reappeared right outside you?
Inside,
I'm trying.
but if they don't race too hard here,
Here's the flow.
this lineup, they will continue to just pull the gap out
How bad,
slowly
Cody?
and eke out advantage that could be really erasable if this race went green.
Updates from some of the drivers involved with our first incident of the day. Sammy Garcia has decided to leave the server and called it a night for the 50 machine.
Stovall, car number 42, is now leading.
Position. Also, update for
There we go.
Isaac Shelley again. Quick Montior qualifying. Currently, though, to lose some bad internet issues for themselves. I know there's been a lot of crazy weather that's been striking the United States throughout the last couple of days and today. I know some drivers are hoping that their weather doesn't influence their internet too much here tonight, but I know Shelley, it's finally calmed down. That is going to be a worry throughout the rest of the night of Canada's internet. Hold steady for the rest of this evening. Top 5 still in the line as Trent Jumps trying to find a way to close in that gap, but it looks like for the top 3, they are feeling very comfortable with their placements. Cody Reed falls for another position.
Right, it does. And, right now I think this is important just to stay together right now. Reed losing 1 to 2 positions, nothing huge. Just, man, yeah, this group here is together, but wow, the racing back there around the 10th position, Granada, is getting a little bit wild. Actually, just see this happening. Granada went 3 wide on the bottom on the apron and made the pass happen, and now even 3 wide action
in front is now
as
2.2.
Tyler Dingler's coming into the
Wrong channel.
Tyler Dingler going to be one of the drivers that took 4 fresh tires. Also, the 18 of TJ Callaway involved with that caution in that incident that brought out our yellow, and the 18 with damage.
You're on the wrong
fresh
channel.
Tires, and he is making his way forward. Dingler's going to go the shorter distance away, but maybe not the fastest way around. The outside seems to be the more preferable way if you've got fresh
The last time somebody was on the
tires
wrong
to make
channel
some
didn't go
passes.
too well.
We'll see how this might reward the 19th later on in this race. As 31 laps into this run, I mean, Zach, looking at the way this strategy has gone down, caution again on lap 16, 17 for these drivers. They had the chance to take tires.
Bart, you're on the wrong radio channel.
For this evening.
One more
I
time.
think the drivers that took the tires, they were really taking the chance that if this race stays green, they're in the better situation for this race to have the best finish possible.
No doubt. I mean, I'm looking right now at lap times. The fastest drivers on an old set of tires right now is about 32.5. Our leaders up front running 31.9s, 32 flats. So you're looking at half a second.
2.7.
Damn, we're gonna roll out down, bro.
Someone like a John Forbes right now, 7 seconds behind the leader, Joshua Stoker. So it just shows you those old tires lose so much considerable amount of time that it's gonna be.
Oh, and I got damage on the left side. I didn't realize that too.
Flag run, especially with
Alright,
strategies coming down, especially with the opportunity they have more fuel in these cars with already pitting too. So more strategy available to them. It's just an overall win-win so far for them. And what the other group is hoping is they get a lot of rash of yellow, so those tires that they used here early will come back to bite them. But at a place like Chicagoland, it can spread out into a green flag.
It really can. I mean, it's gone caution-free last time we were here. We had 1 caution back in season 2, but it was season 4 and 5 when we had 8 caution for season 4, 7 caution for season 5, and that was going to be great for some of the drivers with the handling of this truck. Entering tonight, it was, can these trucks be handleable enough to where we can survive the evening, or is it going to be too loose in the long run around too many drivers where you lose control and your race is done? It brings out a lot of yellows throughout this evening, as seeing the 3 of Thomas Green, Isaac Shelley battling for 15th position, going back and forth. But I mean, it looks like, Zach, once you're clear, you're trying to use every portion of this track off the exit of the corner. For some, it looks like they're more so catching the truck than really driving around these corners.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times when you see a car or a truck go pushing,
Really need a caution.
Man, they must be fighting a really tight race truck, not turning very well. Well, I don't think that's the problem. I think a lot of them, like you said, they're just running it up the track, catching it almost, letting it turn the wheel out of the car, because if they keep that wheel in it, these things are going to wreck. So these guys are fighting a rear end that just wants to step out.
23.
Got you right where we want, dude.
And we're seeing some great racing because of it.
I've seen a little bit of smoke pop up on the entry turn 3. Justin Smith, who's been trying to get the repairs done,
Hey,
took
Ray,
the most damage from our first caution today. Getting back at lap 16, I decided to get back out on track with the optional damage that he had got fixed up to that point. Thought, you know what, let's see how bad the damage is, and immediately lost the machine going into 3. So not feeling too comfortable back into pit road will be the 45, but the 42 of Stovall, he's got a handful as these drivers are 21 laps into this run, or around 20 laps, green flag racing. And Zach, we're seeing that handling showing for even our front
Always when I need a caution, I can't get
Stovall
one.
Still holding this top spot, but Alan Elwood put the pressure, forcing this 42 to hit his marks every single time.
Ahead is now
Starting to see lap times drop away here, Sam.
Dude, I can't.
The handling is really becoming a huge factor. I mean, right now, we're seeing already over a second and a half of fall off. So that is wild to see. And we're only, I believe, at 22 laps into this run. So and these drivers are in for a long run here, and they got to be prepared to hold on to these things. You can see they're starting to move up to the top side of the racetrack, trying to find the grip here late in this run.
Now, Ollie Fonseca, who was involved with that incident that really damaged his vehicle, didn't bring out a caution. Now caught by the leader is going to be on 1 lap down as the 24 stays on the inside, and a disheartening feeling for himself. For Ollie Fonseca, who thought he was going to have a good run. Qualified 5th here this evening. Thought this was going to be the race that he rebounded his season, and it looks like it just continues to kind of go out of control for the 24 as lead lap drivers trying to find a way to get around, but Alan Elwood to the inside, trying to go for the pass, not able to complete it just yet, but will stay side by side down into turn number 1. And it's the 4 and the 42 pulling away from 3rd on back and putting on a show for us right now.
That they are, man. This is excellent to watch right now.
E22.
They're, like you said, pulling away from the trucks behind them, but I gotta say, Cody Reed, he's made his way around Nick Crawford. Watch out for the 25. I think he can
front is now
just a little bit here to see if the 25 can run these two back down in front, especially because they're battling still side by side. Elwood up front, just trying everything to make it happen, using the aim
you've got half your
now
fuel
let's take it all the way to the bottom line. But the 42, Sam's doing a great job of just making a great exit speed up top.
Talk about defensive line. Where do you want to be if you feel like maybe the
Really need caution.
23rd place. Your last lap time was only 33.21
laps, and right now Stovall on turns 1 and 2, the outside is exactly where he wants to be. If you're Alan Elwood,
Yeah, this thing's
focused to
just
get that outside groove, to find a way to get around this 42.
hard to drive right now.
He's just carrying too much momentum, but to the inside once again. Trying for
How's it,
another
crowd?
lap is Elwood.
It's terrible right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just keeps wanting to fucking wreck.
Fully clearing Stovall. Elwood's got to be
And I'm about 9 seconds from being lapped.
Close and almost able to fully clear.
I think his best opportunity is to get a great run off of 2. And
Apparently I got damage on the left side too.
4.5 seconds.
3 and 4's bottom, in my opinion, has always just been a little bit better than the bottom of 1 and 2 down here, where the top of 1 and 2, it really can defend that bottom little groove unless Elwood can carry the center speed here to clear this 42. He's not going to be able to hold off. And look, yeah, 42 again, big run off the top, and it's going to be the 42 a nose ahead here. And that 4 has got to change that situation where I think, if anything, 3 and 4 will be where the pass is getting done.
Each lap getting closer and closer is the 4 from completing this pass. The only issue is that with each passing lap, it gives a closer and closer chance for Cody Reed, Nick Crawford, and Nico Garcia to get back into the mix for this lead position. And finally, Elwood almost fully clear off the exit of turn 2. He'll try to slide in front of the 42, but not able to do it early enough. He'll have to stay to the inside. We still fight going into turn 3. Like I said, every lap for the past 5 laps, he's just been inching closer and closer to being fully clear.
And he has. He's been getting closer and closer, but also is getting closer and closer to the 25 of Cody Reed, along with even Nick Crawford kind of coming back.
The guys who didn't pitch start pitching any moment here.
These top grouping here, but Garcia, or sorry, Elwood.
You happen to know what guys those are?
Work and just can't get clear in 1 and 2. I think it's going to be so tough. You can carry so much speed up top of 1 and 2 that it is hard to get that job done.
1.6
3 and 4 though. It's going to be right now. It's the 40
Top like 15 down.
He's going to win the second group.
So we're going to have another lap car coming into the picture here very shortly. We fall back to the battling going up on between
His damage is really slowing me down, dude, too. It's not helping.
Battle for 10th place. Logan Brinky and Siler Taylor back and forth between themselves. Logan Brinky trying to pull along as it has been a fun watch of all the different packs that are racing around one another. You got our top 5 that are on top of one another. Then you got another pack from 6th back to 9th that are pretty close. Then you got a little bit of jostling between 10th all the way down to 14th as they continue to go back and forth. We're going to go back to the lead battle, though, because lap traffic is ahead of them, and this might be the best chance for Alan Elwood, because with having the 44 on the outside, use them as a pick. Stovall needs to get by. The squeeze on the exit turn 2 almost hold him back. Stovall, and it will.
At least the last lap I wasn't.
He doesn't want to force the issue, and that is a huge sportsman play by the Ford machine. He easily could have used the lap car as a pick to take the lead position, but instead, let Stovall survive, and they continue the fight up front.
Respectful move there. Yeah, he could have definitely been much more ruthless in that situation. I think he was trying to make the 42. Think he was going to look
That
low,
messed
but
me
he was
all up
gonna
into
be
that
high.
corner. Jesus, dude, come on.
Here comes Cody Reed now. He's going to be side by side, and he
No caution, of course.
Great exit off the bottom. Didn't get up enough fast. I think fast enough to get the side draft like he wanted there. But Cody Reed looking really strong off his exit on the bottom.
Extremely strong, and Cody Reed, he's got a chance. He'll force the issue. I don't think he's going to be playing the same game.
Yeah, people gotta start getting loose or something now. Come on.
Elwood trying his best to get to the outside as they're going back and forth, bump drafting into the corner, and Cody Reed loving the fact that the 42 is looking more in his mirror, because this is a chance for Reed to try to steal this top spot as they will continue to be side by side with Stovall. The defensive drive, it's been picture perfect so far.
Not today, shutting that lap.
He has put his truck in every spot to hold on to his lead that he's needed, and he's done it well. But he's going to have some new challengers. I think Elwood overheating the tires there. He's going to have to resettle in, kind of bring him back into tempo and try to maybe take advantage of these 2 battling ahead of him. So we'll see how this works. But look at Reed.
I'm pitting
so much center speed,
Eric,
and he's going to be able to slide up here. He's going to do it, slide up on the exit. Cody Reed back to the lead.
And it's now going to force the issue to the inside. We're going to be side by side down into turn number 3. Cody Reed now will have the outer group. Stovall trying to go for the slide job. If possible, slice in front of the 25 on the exit of turn 4. He'll do it. Crossover not in play for Cody Reed. And Stovall
Logan, how do you
gets
enjoy me
past,
playing
but
on your
couldn't
back
take
bumper
that
for the last
lap.
like 15 laps?
What a picture-perfect run back and forth. As we've been watching the
Literally
battle,
just made a
going to be
comment
looking
about
at
that,
4 3 wide. For a moment, we're seeing drivers exiting out of pit roads because we're in the middle of a green flag pit cycle.
Can't tell if you're
Those
just
that did
like a
not
cat
hit
with a
pit
ball of
road
yarn,
under
or
our last
you just are
caution
struggling that
about
much.
35 laps ago, they now are
No, I'm
having
just chilling
understops
back here.
currently. This is the mixture of do you pit now?
One
later,
time I tried to
how
make a
far can you
pass,
stretch
I got
the fuel?
super
Because it
loose.
looked to be a 2-stop race.
The next car is.
Well, I appreciate you.
Fuck it, might as well come down and get some tires. Shit,
The
dude.
window you were looking for as Cody Reed still trying to find a way to get clear.
Oh, you're
This
welcome.
is too Zach Stovall will not give up. He wants this lead, and he'll continue to keep it for now.
Stovall has built a stone wall behind him because he is literally
Watch your speed
at
limit in
the
the pits.
perfect
When we
defense
exit
to
the
hold
pits, we
these
should be in
guys back.
position.
He's just
26.
been getting great exits,
Stop again
and
to get to the
the
end.
one time he does
4,
get cleared,
3,
he crosses back
2,
over
1.
and clears the
Box now.
25 back when his back is against the wall. That
Wow, we
was
didn't get a speeding
an
penalty.
excellent job by him and very tough to do even. So
Right
he
front,
was
62%.
really playing that out
Front
perfectly.
left,
Now Elwood, he's going to go
84%.
look back to the inside here, and he's going to try to take the lead.
Hitting here, Mark. I'm hitting
We're
Mark.
having some blinking issues. It looks like Reed there having a little bit of connection problems.
A little bit of connection issues for himself as he's trying to get that fixed. You're also seeing the drivers that are going a lap down that just got service done. They're going to have faster tires. They're going to have to find ways to get by our leaders. Justin Forbes going to be the first one to attempt to get by our top 2. And who else can join with them? It looks to be the 44 and the 24. trying to find ways to get by second place runner of Alan Elwood. And at this
See how this thing drives on fresh tires, I guess.
Crawford goes into pit road, gets service done for the 74. He doesn't want to be involved with this incident that might be blossoming up because you've got leaders, lap down drivers, Mark Morales in the wall. It's just chaos all around.
Oh my God.
And it gives Alan Elwood, hey, you gave me a chance. I'm not relinquishing it this time. Elwood to the top spot. Now into pit roads, Cody Reed and Stovall as they don't stretch it out any further.
20th place.
And battling to the spot, Cody Reed and also the 42. They were side by side coming across the pit road entry.
If that was the race for the win, Reed would have won that by a nose. So that was a great job by him to jump ahead of him here. As now Stovall's going to come to his box, Reed going to come down to his, and we'll see how this works out. I think that's a pretty smart idea by them not to
Still there.
too much longer than the drivers didn't get under that first caution because
B21.
they were going to start losing so much time, and they didn't have to lose that advantage they had.
Yeah. I mean, with the amount of laps and time that we're giving up, it's 2 to 3 laps before you're ready to get caught. Those other fast drivers that didn't hit under last time, around 6 to 7 laps off, and it's
Still there.
The 2-second difference between new tires
Hold that line.
old. Do you want to be making that choice quickly for themselves? As Alan Elwood, she's making
And the reflection off the freaking concrete in my eyes on turn 3 and 4 is crazy work.
Hold your line.
22nd place.
Wait for these pit stops to complete. Nico Garcia now will make his stop at the pit road.
Driver in front of us is 1 lap behind.
Now on Elwood, how far does this 4 want to go? Is going to be the true question of note.
Wreck. Damn.
Still out on track. Still let you go. Not a Trenton jump. Waiting to see who else will finish off these pit stops. Our top 10 still all need to enter pit road.
That they do, and I'll tell you what, the interesting thing here is to see how long Elwood will go here.
What are you doing?
One thing I've seen is through that cycle, it shows you how much time you can lose.
is now leading.
Vince is short, the double zero, Ethan Smith, he's going to get ran to the back of by the 42 of Stovall, and he is somehow hanging.
There's a well of a snake.
Morales is
How
pitting
just
from
did not have a caution.
22.
Yeah, that's all, man.
Car
I thought you were talking about
another
that.
slow car in front of Stovall that he finds himself just nowhere to go, pinched and blocked in.
Whatever Cordell was driving.
Stovall just was not expecting the closing rate to be as crazy as it was, and now he'll be stuck in another situation of black car, slow car in front of the 42, and he'll split the difference and carry on forward. But wild run. Stovall took complete at fault for the incident that did happen. We do stay green. Ethan Smith now going to be entering into pit road for himself, but Ethan Smith's going to be caught with a penalty because he was going too fast on pit entry. Black flag for the 00. Elwood also going to be leaving pit road for himself. It is just a chaotic mess all around as on screen the 42 once again.
Scott, you just do not know
everyone's using a pick all around. Cody Reed though, whoa, watch out! Into the walls of 24, 25. Oh no! You try to slice and dice a little bit too close to the other drivers, and there's the pain. Reed,
But still no
from
caution.
a winning chance to now how much damage did he accrue there?
Wow, Sam, what an aggressive move, and it is going to go back to bite there, and that is, just changes up everything. We're going to go back here and take a look, I believe, at this one here.
Steele,
So aggressive, tries to slice in front of the 42, and just, that was such a quick bang move. Doing a lot of damage now on the right side. Doesn't look like it's required damage, but that's going to hurt him on the long run. You see, losing it in on the Armadillo's Trent jump, and then gets tapped by the 42 once he crossed the Stovall. And I mean, Zach, here's Stovall. There's nothing you can do in that scenario. You're not expecting to see that type of a slice and dice movement.
Pretty sure Crawford's the leader too, technically.
The worst of it. As we still wait for our top 7 to enter pit road and get service done for themselves. Noah Steele now going to take the lead as Trent Jump tries to go into pit road, but that looks quick. It looks fast. Did he get slowed down in time? It looks like Jump did.
All right, Dakota, the next car is 1
for
lap
him to
behind.
get slowed down that quickly.
Wow, what a job by him getting slowed down there. That was very close to being what happened to Ethan Smith there. So definitely don't want to speed on pit road. That is a huge thing that can ruin
21st.
the whole entire night. So you can't have that happen, especially in the green flag conditions. But Noah Steele, he's electing us down here for a long time.
He's going to the gaps now.
Now in pit road, now
seconds.
Joshua Canonic's going to be the driver out there on
The guy ahead is a lap behind.
For play, who's deciding to stay out. I think for some of these drivers, it's get a bonus point, lead a lap. That's one bonus point you can grab for yourself. It can help in the long run.
Gap to
For some of these drivers,
now
close to that cutoff
1.73, one lap ahead.
playoffs. And like we noted on at the top of the broadcast, this regular season, it is a very quick one. In the past, it was 12 races.
All right, here it is. Here's the showdown. Logan Brady and Tyler Dangler. What can they do?
Finish at the end as Joshua
I'm
Canada
finished.
heading into pit road. Logan Brady, Tyler Dangler now to be the battle for the top spot.
Sorry to
Intense to see how this is all going to work out, especially a lot of these drivers stretching this out.
That lap time was 31.73.
That time can really come back to them quickly when they put the new tires on. So we'll see if staying out longer will be the way to go.
Taylor, car number 19, is now the lead.
Let's say Trim Jump is getting past them.
Trim Jump gets by, Logan Brady into pit road and give a lap to the Barbie machine. Tyler Dangler leading the lap here tonight. As TJ Holloway now going to be entering pit road. Michael Miller following in suit as a very slow entry for the 18. Spooky
Sitting in the sun.
Okay, caution right now would be awesome.
Taylor, who is coming off of just trying to find a consistent runs this season. I know for Tyler, he's actually had a decent season for himself, just outside the top 10.
Taylor
Couple of times here in season 8. Looking for a first top 10. Let's see if he can find some magic. He's into pit road, a little bit wide, but aggressive enough to maybe save some time compared to those that were a little bit cautious behind him. As pit cycle concludes, I mean, looking at this, Zach, it is crazy to look and see, but we had a feeling our biggest mover currently for our Whiplash Sim Cams, the biggest mover of the race, in the first half going to be the 2 machine of Danny Cochran, but you can also give it to John Forsman and Sora. This trio have been working together, but officially Danny Cochran
Let's go through.
one position over 25 spots since where he qualified. Congratulations to all these drivers as Danny gets spooked by the 44, and Zach, I mean, this group, it is dangerous because the old tires are new. It is still
Cody, I'll cut you a break
even
if
this
you,
late into a
next
run.
time, just don't say
It
that.
really is, and the new tires and old tires difference can
Well,
just be so big. And
legit can't hold on to
see,
this,
how
really,
this
so
split
I
up
probably
is,
will be a
because there's
caution.
so many different bearing strategies that with so many
Maybe a caution.
speeds in the
Yeah,
track,
let me go,
kind of
and
creates
then
a
just
lot of
let the truck
scary
go.
moments, so to say. So the varying speeds can create those issues that could lead to a yellow flag.
Maybe a yell in the next 10 seconds would be great.
Better speed. Joshua Stovall runs in second. It's the chase down, the run down to catch up to this 74 of Nick Crawford. As we will take our commercial break here tonight. I thank everyone that's been joining with us. Don't worry, all these things we go side by side. But as you've been watching the ISRC Laro Factions Truck Series, your ISRC 225 at Chicagoland. And we continue to watch the race in action as we will be back right after this here tonight.
18th, that was a 32.20. Allow this guy to pass. guy behind has just done a 31.08.
Outside.
B17, B18 is closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.
know what makes me even more mad of keeping up with the damn leader right now. I don't know what strategy Cody's pulling here, but wreck the damn truck already if you're gonna fucking drive like that.
Nice one. The next car is Reed, car number 25, and their rating is 5.0.
Cody!
I'm sorry to cut. I can't hold on to this thing.
You have 6 incident points.
They get it.
Caution!
Dude!
Take the inside, Nick.
If you can't drive the truck, pit!
What an insane concept.
Stovall, car number 42, is now leading.
I have absolutely no fucking words. Honestly, speechless.
The gap to Reed ahead is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
Coming up on the inside.
Cody can't drive his truck, and I tried to pass him on the outside, and he got loose and clipped me.
What's up, buddy? Oh, you know, just diddling around. 10-4 on Dilly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ISRC Lariat Productions Truck Series Race 4 for Season 8 for the ISRC Chicagoland. Currently our leader, Nick Crawford, at the pit circle. We are entering into the second half of tonight's race. Under that commercial break, we saw a couple of interesting factors go down. Alan Elwood has dropped out of the server with a drop of packets. Internet popped out before it moved him out of the race. Also, we saw there was the
an already undrivable truck went from that to even more unfucking drivable.
Okay, Dakota, we're halfway through. It's 23 laps of fuel remaining. Thomas is pitting from P24. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you.
As the 5 was not sideways enough with oncoming traffic, so we stayed green. Now we prepare for whenever our second and what will be the final pit stop of the night could be coming out. Let's again say thank you to everyone that's joining with us. Thank you to the major sponsors of the Lucky Dilla from Armadillo Motorsports. Also, I want to say thank you to Broadcast, Lariat Productions, and our great sponsor, our white flag sponsor,
last line was at 33.84.
Everyone who's helped out with the ISRC Truck Series for Season 8. As for us, it's been a fun one to watch. And Zach, I mean, the chaos, especially on restarts, has been wild. The green flag pits have been crazy. It's probably the calmest.
I don't get it, dude.
All night long.
I just don't get it.
It really is the calmest it's felt all night long for sure. And it is still interesting scenarios building up though, because I've been watching all this shake out.
And who gets the shit end of the stick? Of course, it's fucking me.
New contender has come in. I mean, this driver has been, you know, in the top 5, top 6 out was 34.00. Consider him to be like a top 2, top 1 threat really, and that's Nico Garcia. He has decided to pit about 2 to 3 laps later than our 2 drivers up front, and it's seeming to pay some dividends right now, Sam. He is continually the quickest car of our top 5.
The gap is now 9.2 seconds.
Garcia running not the right scheme for himself. 71 on screen we see here, but he is the 78 on our ticker. He informed us before the race that he unfortunately had the wrong scheme, wasn't able to fix it.
Inside.
He's running the 71 here tonight. Again, this
Inside
is the first runner of Nico Garcia, just running about 2.7 seconds off the leaders in the mixture as he's racing with his TV, the 37.
Hello, friend.
Richard Thomas, as well as trying to find ways to get
Oh,
by
boy.
the drivers as squeezed up, find that spacing and move forward. As you see, that is going to be Tyler Horn that somebody was trying to get by. But Zach, I mean, next pit stop, we got a feeling it's around lap 100, a little bit after 100. How do you prepare trying to make these passes? Would you like to make the passes? If you're in this group, do you just settle in and say, all right, we're going to take what we can? Or are you trying to make these passes as soon as possible, even though we're 20 laps away from pit stops?
Yeah, I think he's still got to be a little bit cautious. We've seen.
Oh, trouble! going to be
We were keeping up with the leader too. That's what's even more fucking aggravating.
The 42 make contact down into turn number 1. We continue to stay green, but heavy damage for the 00 and the 42.
Those two got into it earlier. I don't know if that was
You can go low, Richard.
a mistake from Ethan Smith or a little bit of retaliation because, man, he just slammed into the 42.
Over the radio said that he got loose. What's the call from the 00? Both said, all right, it's okay. We'll just carry moving forward. In second place runner of Snowfall now to even more issues on top of what he's been dealing with. I mean, what a mental fortitude type of race. Still running second and continues to fight on. Here's last week's winner. Also a 3-time champion of Sean Forbes. Comfortably feeling good entering this season. Not the most comfortable spot though, as he's trying to get by his brother. On the outside is Justin Forbes. Sean Forbes squeezing off the exit. Trent Jump also in the mixture here as they continue to stay 3 wide back and forth racing between this trio as trying to find their space and is battling for 5th place between Jump and John Forbes. As Justin Forbes just gonna let those two drive outside.
That he is. He's just gonna let them go and try to figure out what these guys are doing. And that's the biggest thing a lot of drivers I think can do is get behind someone and just see what they're doing. You know,
All right,
really,
Dakota,
that's
the next
the best
car
way
is
to learn.
10 laps
Big
behind.
Forbes is definitely gonna try to do that from his brother here in front of him. As John looks to be struggling a little bit right now, Sam, compared to like the likes of Vincent Sora, who's on the same tires as him there. It just seems like the long run pace fades from the 11 a little bit more than we've seen in the past year.
As Oliver Fonseca from the radio said he was going to try to get out of the way. Unfortunately, the outside's where it's the has been feeling most comfortable.
Go how low?
20th place.
Middle group as Fonseca will go another lap down. Now currently 5
My tire's
laps
not that
down,
much.
just trying to salvage whatever
Oh, you're finished.
he can.
Okay.
Tonight, Crawford still leads this run.
Laps ahead.
Yeah, that
Getting by lap
confused me
traffic
too.
helps out Nico Garcia's. His gap now
I
is
thought
now
you
down
thought I
to
was
2
on brand new
seconds
tires.
as
I'm like, what are you
leaders
doing telling me to go high when I'm that far back?
As new drivers
Clear outside.
Pit low, Malik Coates is going to be making a pit stop now, and it looks like maybe it's a 3-stop for the 77, feeling like the pits, the way that these tires are falling off. Making more pit stops could reward you for the way these tires would falling off.
Ahead is pitting.
It very well could. I mean, the fall off is tremendous. We're literally seeing 2 seconds of fall off from a lot of these trucks out here, and that is something personal in iRacing I haven't seen in quite a while. When you get 2 seconds of fall off, it is a considerable amount, and it seems like it kind of gets to a point where it evens out and then starts to drop again. So it is one of those things that you got to really manage. And one thing I am seeing is the likes of like Vincent Sora, 15. He is still going to have a shot and opportunity for this. He's actually making great lap time compared to everybody, and he's on some of the oldest tires around.
You got a car outside.
Yeah, I'm looking at a way that
Still there. Outside is clear.
His pace very similar to our leaders currently, but also is
I'm
keeping
pitting.
a decent pace with just 6-lap pressure tires. And then the 15, Noah Steele, Joshua Kanata, who runs 7th and 8th, they are running very close times as well to that 15, and they're back in 7th and 8th, just getting by Thomas Green and Isaac Shelley.
Car outside.
Well,
Garcia, you saw
He
there.
stopped on the front
One.
side. Oh my
He
god.
was brushing the wall, and that's hurting his time. We'll get past
Hell yeah,
him.
now we get a
Sora,
fucking
he's
caution.
Completely stopped in the wall.
Oh, and he's going to...
Caution is
It
out.
looks like Garcia has gone off in turn 4.
That was a awkward moment there, and I don't know exactly.
Danny, I knew I was
Carl
passing you
is
guys,
out.
but I
Single
just
Single
think
file
like that.
behind car number
Oh, and he
46.
contact with Vincent
Yeah,
Sora.
Closed.
I understand not wanting to.
So Vincent Sora grabbing a
Yeah, I
little
mean,
bit
as far as my
of
part goes, you gotta worry about
His
me.
car
That's-
speed is
center quarter
66
comes right
miles
down to
per
the
hour.
15, slams the outside
Next
wall.
car is in
But I
turn
do
2.
And Nico Garcia, who is running down our leaders. Now, it's the re-figure out this run as Vincent Sora almost straightened out that 71
Pacer's going to be right here on the exit of 2, middle back right now.
Saving some, hurting others. And what a
Mark, can we pick
bizarre
up the
moment.
pace?
We heard that this vehicle was loose. Didn't expect to see a driver just snap loose though in the middle of the corner, especially on the outside.
I have no
That's for
fucking
sure.
words, to be honest with you.
Front
Look like,
tire.
please.
Look at how far it's turned to the right. That means that is the wheel cranked
That's
all the way
fine,
to
you were
the
catching
right.
us.
And I went and looked at it like from
Oh,
the
no, I was
cockpit,
in
and it
that
just seems
yellow,
like
I got
the wheel
smoked.
kind of just stopped doing anything, and what that makes me think is almost
Uh,
like he had like the
wrinkled
wheel
up pretty good.
disconnect. It was such a big hit.
Wheel little disconnected. It just looked like he tapped the wall and then all.
Watch your speed.
Leader
Crawford is pitting.
Trying to say
Look
it
out for
wasn't
the
able
pit speed
to,
limit.
and now it's time for pit stops. Some drivers
know
going to
what
be
that
able
means.
to
We'll
find
need to
themselves rewarded
Four,
as we've
three,
got
two,
17
one.
drivers on the
Box
lead
now.
lap. Lee Kuntz, I believe because he was not involved, he will be getting our lucky Dillo
Front right,
award.
84%.
Gets back
Left
onto
front,
the lead
95%.
lap, and oh no, Michael Miller, what happened? The 99 making massive contact for himself as he was trying to make a pit road stop.
That's going to be a little bit of a oopsies, as he would say, as he's going to have to come down the pit road and get that figured out. But let's see how this race on pit road goes, because, man, this has brought new life to a lot of new drivers out there, and we'll see how this all works out.
Lucky Dill, I believe, will be going to the 77 of Malik Kuntz. 18th place. He'll be the 18th driver on the lead lap as he's rolling around. It's the Lucky Dill Award, sponsored by the Armadillos Motorsports team. And also to see us be able to give that award out. As I know it says on the graphic.
Oh, I'm glad I
saved
saved that song at the beginning.
Does win the battle off of pit road, but it is the 77 of Malik Kuntz.
I'm 2 laps down, so my race is pretty much over.
Zach, the battle off pit
Long
road,
race still.
it's still Nick Crawford, Joshua Stovall, and obviously Stovall feeling like the damage he's been accruing on this run.
Can we get the lead?
Well, I had to pit.
I'm gonna take the outside.
My truck wasn't drivable after Cody spun me.
Yeah, I thought with the hit that he took there on the intro.
I'm so fucking mad at him right now, dude.
From the outside column, race cars in.
It's all good, Nico.
Because how is it every single other person got around him just fine, and then I go around him and he turns me?
I didn't even know.
This shit is so frustrating.
Like getting each other. I was so focused on wrapping my corner. It happened.
Lurking in the bushes, so to say here, because I think he's going to be like.
Nick, was that supposed to come to me?
Yeah, I thought you were on the outside.
Another caution in the books. We haven't had a lot here tonight.
I won't share your secret, but thank you.
Pit stop. Didn't get it. We've lost 2 official drivers here tonight. Sam Garcia involved with our first caution of the day back at lap 16. And then we just had our most recent. In the middle of that green flag run, though, we lost Alan
Race car is in, turn 3.
He was disconnected from this race. And just 2 cautions. See if we have any more here tonight. We've seen Nick Crawford be up front. Joshua Stovall's been up there. But this is going to be the first time that we're seeing John Forbes, the favorite, to see how well he can fly up and take this lead spot back, or will he just settle in behind? The fuel, we don't believe can take it to the end. We're still in the zone of a 1 more stop. When do you make the final stop? Do you make on a caution? We'll have to find out and see as the ISRC 225 at Chicagoland into the restart zone. We're green, and it's the outside road.
Oh, my truck ain't much better. You're that in.
John Forbes able to take off and go. Trent Jump was the force at 3 wide. It's
still there.
Jump, Stovall, Forbes, 3 wide on as they go through 1 and 2. It'll look good for now, and Trent Jump, good launch for the 42. He'll slide in for 2nd place.
Oh man, he makes the big decision from the top all the way to the bottom on the exit, or from the bottom all the way to the top there on the exits. He covers off
I can behind you.
machine and holds on to that spot.
Yep, through it.
The 42 is going to try to fight back on
Cody just took out like 3 people.
Let him fight it out front.
53.52.
So that's Cody Reed, everybody.
Yep.
He's up to 6th place, and oh boy.
Whoever was on the inside
runners willing to do everything is caution in the back.
Not gonna get the lucky dog.
As multiple drivers go around,
Car number
and it looked to be Cody Reed.
It was
A few
bad. It honestly felt like internet demon
seen
drag. I don't know if you've ever seen like
TJ
2 cars getting
Callaway.
together. It's like you were just
It
stuck
will
to
be
my right
Mike
side or my
Kuntz,
left
Cody
side.
Reed, Callaway,
66
3
miles
wide,
per hour.
and pitched to the outside.
I think that my own eyes, I was right behind you.
Big contact here.
We need to catch car number 77.
Ahead is where it is.
My apologies, Cody.
He's going to get slammed.
You're alright. It's pretty easy to blame me.
Affected by netcode that causes this hit to be worse, but it's just
Race cars in, turn 3.
25 into the 18th, Sam, when they come to contact between the 77 and the 25 here.
We get another replay of this.
Need to catch up to car number 77.
There's the hard contact for Cody Reed. It was an inch off the exit at turn 4.
Race car is in, turn 4.
Really set this all
I might as well come down and get the rest of his damage fixed, I guess.
He's in a massive run, safe for the 77 Malik Kuntz. Malik, who just got the lucky dog award back on the lead lap, forcing the issue
Why are there
with
people?
Cody, GT Callaway, but it's the 77. Just drifts up and never stops.
We need to let
Forcing
Carl
those drivers to
know.
contact on the outside wall.
We need to catch up to
Callaway
the guy
stays
ahead.
high. Reed
They're all gonna
bounces
try and
low
save
right
till the
in
end.
front of Miller. Michael Miller hard to
Dang, I was hoping y'all would pit.
Cody Reed's night just
Could've got the wave.
continues to fall apart. Also, Nico Garcia, he's officially called it a night, but TJ Callaway, Michael Miller, required damage
You
from
need to
both of
close the
them
gap to the guy ahead.
into pit road.
I don't think we're gonna get green till the end, and I don't think they're gonna make it.
The call is come in, top off on fuel. If
not
this
okay.
race stays green, find a way to stretch the fuel out
That's
to the
fine.
end.
Can you really not? Oh,
I
yeah, I
don't
guess you
care.
can't
I think that's
make it to the
exactly
end.
right.
Yeah, you're right. You said 50 laps, right?
Yeah, just about, like, maybe 51, so they'd have to save
for about 4 to 5 seconds
at least
just to get that
3 laps.
little bit of fuel there, add those few little gallons to possibly make it possible to make it to the end.
Maybe
So,
like
you know,
1 or 2.
we're getting
They could
close
probably
to
do it.
where it was going to be easily makeable if we had a caution, but right there it was still
It's
right
all
on
right.
the edge. Sam.
And some of your top 5 drivers
Exit
deciding
4.
not to enter pit road. Trent Jump, Joshua Stovall, Noah Steele, Logan Breaking, and Ryan Ferraro. Top 5 drivers deciding to stay out still. They, even with this pacing under this caution, cannot make it to the end. Those that are behind them, they're in a window where you might even have to come into pit road this go around and try to top off once again. But with all the drivers
Okay,
on top of the
Dakota,
red,
get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
drivers
You're ahead of this guy. You should be behind
I
him.
believe our lucky Dilla this go around actually goes to Tyler Horn in the 28 machine. So he will get back onto the lead lap, and Malik Jones, who was just involved in that incident, actually
Well, this is gonna be
race,
fucking-
still in the lead lap, and he will ride
How you
in
doing, Nick?
15th position. Our lucky Dilla,
Insane.
Tyler Horn.
Yeah, it
But
is.
looking at this way, Zach, here tonight, if you're up front, top 5, I know
I'm
you're not
doing
good
great
on
if you were
fuel.
talking to me.
I mean, how aggressive are you just going to go full bore, or is it just is there
You
anything
are
that you can do to
Nick,
try to think about
aren't you?
saving fuel at this time?
I don't think they can.
Well,
really
there's
think
a
about
Nico.
fuel. I think they need to just think about it as fast as they possibly can, because if they think about fuel, I think you're just going to go
Thank
way
you,
too
Ref.
much time, especially because I still
I
think
can see
it's
where the-
on the edge of that window still for a few that
I can
can
see how that
get
could
popped
be
off, you know,
confusing.
so it's going to be close for them. I don't think it's in the realm for the drivers that extent.
And looking at drivers, it looks like nobody else going to top off on fuel. Still in pit road.
So I'm
service
19th.
Repairs, TJ Callaway, Mark Laberton
You got this.
as well as Michael Miller still gets service. Dante, the
Pace car is in. Turn 4. Alright, Dakota. The pace car has just left. Green flag. We're racing.
Up front, Trent Jump, Joshua Stovall, Logan Breaking, Noah Steele, open for a good launch here, Ryan Ferraro fifth. As we take off and go, it's the Armadillo Motorsports teammates on the outside, timed it perfectly, big push and take off and go, as Logan Breaking almost clear for second place. Everyone else, though, from 8th on back, they're trying to find their footing as we get to that turn number 2.
It's going to be an interesting run, especially with those drivers that are close on fuel. Do you save the fuel early by, saving the tire, or do you save the fuel late here? So that's going to be the big question. Is stack up there with their extent. That was close between them. It's now Joshua Canada in the 16. He's on the outside.
Still there.
Talking about fuel mileage saving rates, as Eric's
You're outside of here.
That's how he got his first win in the ISRC series all the way back in season 2 at the Old Atlanta
Hello,
configuration.
Jason.
Also, Nick Crawford's for this one.
Still there.
Fuel saving run. So many others are looking for a chance to get a victory lane.
Hello,
As
Vincent.
Trent Jump, top of the board, trying to stay up there. Mr. Stovall went back and forth for 3rd place on who's going to be 2nd, who will be 3rd, and battling for 5th. They're also getting a little bit hairy because John Forbes is making the big bold moves, going back and forth, trying to find his way to be battling with the top 3. Fastest lap, give it to the 11 of John Forbes.
He's flying right now.
Still there.
Looking to get the track position that he wants to have. He's the first driver of the drivers that popped off here to be in track position. He has
Still there.
So we'll see how this works out. It looks like
Still there.
the fuel saving might come in the back half of the run from the 11.
And talking about how all the different ways of saving fuel, saving it early and later in the run, those that save it early, you just have so much more of a window of save, and then you get to
on the outside.
If you're more aggressive now, your goal is to build a big enough lead so that when you start saving fuel, those drivers can't catch up to you as Stovall in the armadillo sandwich, just trying to hope to find spacing to get by.
Still there.
So determined to get the win here tonight. Unlucky at timing to get by
Still
drivers and lap down drivers. And it just feels like he is fighting for this win, and this is all that he wants for this season.
Oh man, you know, we've seen him get the win at the Super Speedway. That's always great. Everybody cherishes any win they can get. But if he can go out here and get a win at a mile and a half intermediate style track, that just
There's a car on your inside.
Everything. You know, that really is,
Still there.
I think, the true defining win that would be what Stoke was looking for. But right now, it's just putting it on the line right here, racing hard.
3 wide, you're outside.
Strategy might be the one that comes back to
Still
bite
there.
him. I think they're going to need some type of
ahead is increasing. It's now 0.88.
My bad, Justin.
Hold your line.
The gap to behind is now 0.88. You're on the low side.
If you're Trent Jump, the worst nightmare that you could have is allow John Force to take the lead away. And also, they got to be worried about the other big picture. Thomas Green's still with this top group as well, the top 5. They're starting to pull away from the rest of the field. But the 11 and the 3.
Well, if nothing will salvage a top 20 finish out of this disaster of a race.
They're trying to stretch it to the end.
See who can make it work here, but the 11
Okay, Dakota, you're really
fought so hard all night from the back to the back.
0.58.
Did the different offset strategy, just didn't have the pace to overlap the tires. But he's gotten on even tires and now looks for the lead for the first time tonight.
John Forbes deciding, you know what, I have won.
I feel like I'm faster than 97 at least.
Let's make these a little bit more difficult. Did not qualify, and right now, bump trap by Stovall, the 42, putting all the pressure on Forbes down into turn number 1. You might have made the pass, but will you survive the corner? As Stovall putting all the pressure on Forbes, the exit as quickly and cleanly as he can, but they continue to fight side by side in turn number 3.
Stovall has no give up tonight, that is for sure. Anytime he's been challenged, anytime he's been passed, he's gone right back, thrown it down the inside, and has challenged that driver back.
Hold that line.
He is not allowing John Forbes just to cleanly run this race out.
And for John Forbes to watch the competition around him kind of give up and give space to the 11, allowing him to race anywhere he really wanted to make the pass. But Stovall, he's going to fight, he's going to claw, and he's going to make this difficult for the 11 to make this pass cleanly. We might see a couple of feathers get ruffled on the fact of contact throughout this run. And if you're Trent Jump, Logan Brakey, or even Thomas Green, watch out for the fireworks, because Stovall's back to the lead, and Forbes side drafting his way to get back up to this top spot. If you're Jump, I mean, aggression is looking nice in the fact that you can go to the outside, go to the inside, and these guys in front of you are using up their tires. But if you make the move too soon, you might get caught up in their mess that they're having for this top spot.
It very well could end up being that, Sam. Yeah, sometimes you're like, man, I'm in the perfect position. I'm watching these two guys battle, and they're racing so hard to each other. Next thing you know it, you get a little bit closer, and they have a mistake, and you're the one that ends up getting hurt. So it is a tough, sometimes a good position to be in, but sometimes it's a tough spot too. These top 2 are just going at it.
Yes, they are still catching up.
Car number 97 ahead is now 0.90.
He's
still there.
Side by side for the top spot once again, and there's more contact down in a 3rd position. And Forbes as well as Stovall, no give up, no worry. They're going to give us a show, but can they survive these final 40 laps that are about to be upon us? Fuel is still a question of can they save enough to get to the end of this race. John Forbes is in a better position as he topped off on fuel and has got a 5-lap advantage to work with, but we still don't even know that those that topped off can even stretch the fuel out. Can they even make it that far, or will we have the caution that blossoms with this lead battle as they're closing in on lap traffic?
Yeah, we never got a true Nick. It didn't work for me either. Telltale sign of what the fuel would be with that first green flag out of the race, because we had that caution to kind of separate it. So we didn't really see who could stretch it out the farthest and who would go the furthest distance.
Hold your line.
We'll get to see, I think, this time if anybody has anything for it, because this battle's raging on, but it's going to be a big
wide shot, because here comes Cody Reed on the outside. It's going to force Stovall to go down to the middle. Slide contact. We're going to get help from trying to jump into the corner. Trying to stay on the outside corner panel was Stovall, but making the move, get around Cody Reed. Stalled time. And once again, this one might be the 6th or 7th time tonight. Stovall used up by a picked driver, and he's always stuck on the outside, having the slower driver slowing him down.
He's been in that spot multiple times, and that time it didn't work out for him here. Normally that's not going to work out. So the one time I did see it work out, that is a very rare occasion. So I think he'll take that as a W. But right now, he's got the reset and trying to formulate how to get back alongside this 11 because it is game on now.
It is game on, but looking at the pace of the rest of the field, we're starting to see a couple of drivers. I think
well, my driver is mad at me now.
Get a lot of work.
97 ahead. It's increasing. It's now 2.3 seconds.
Still there. They're starting to show some pace.
Still there.
On Stovall Green as John Forbes trying to pull away the best that he can. He got Jared Tolich in 8th, as well as seeing a couple of other drivers. Where can you go to make the move? And it looks like for Jump, overcooked those tires as seeing Vincent Sora, Logan
about that time of the run, and
driver
is starting to fade out.
For 5th place.
Some great battling going on all around the racetrack. Different agendas for sure. Drivers that are pushing, drivers that are saving, drivers that are just trying to figure out how to keep this thing straight. So it is all over the place, of course, here. And that's what's just making great racing because we have multiple different grooves. And you can see right now just drivers diving left and right, trying to find the clean air any way they can get to the nose. This is side by side Vincent Sora, Logan Brakey for this spot.
As the car exits in the pits, heads up.
Tires are falling away. It's just going to get worse and worse as the run progresses on. Also of note, talk about different agendas, different strategies. First driver to pit under this green flag condition, Ryan Ferraro. He was part of the 5 drivers that did not pit under our caution flag, so he had to come into pit road, deciding to pit sooner than some of the other drivers. So if nobody can make it, Ferraro is going to be the first one that can.
For sure going to be the first one to make it. And he's going to quickly build a gap too, because right now everybody running about 32 ones.
Watch your speed limit in the pits. Okay,
he's going to go out there and run
you to
low,
the end of the race.
high 30s and low 31s. So he's going to be about a second to a second and a half faster than anybody on the racetrack for a few laps. And that is going to build up a gap. So when it all cycles through, he could be our leader.
Front right, 93%. Front left, 98%.
Field rages on how fast, how aggressive are you willing to be?
Stovall is pitting from position 11. I think he'll come out a little way behind you.
Back to 5th that we're seeing this battling going on. Into pit road, going to be Joshua Stovall. Could not stretch it out long enough, and we knew he couldn't. It was a question of how far were you willing to stay out for,
as the car approaching.
Was not even able to make it to 30 to go. Pit road reporting to other drivers that still were in the window of watch out when they need to pull into pit road. Trent Jump in the 46. Also will be a driver watch out for Logan Brakey, as well as 8th place runner of Noah Steele. We'll expect that they need to make a pit stop. Rest of the field, though, how much fuel can you save? Can you save that extra 3 to 6 miles that they need to save here tonight?
It could very well come down to that, Sam, for sure. And I think one of the things we're going to watch out for here is if any of the drivers hit that pit down top of them.
D20.
Ollie, did you say you had to go back to the top
tonight to do and hit here? That tells me that it's a little bit closer than what they felt comfortable doing. So it's going to be tough for others to do too. So we'll see who has played this perfectly. But you can see right there the smoke off of 4. John Forbes just drifted the whole corner, and he lost a good chunk of time here.
He lost a good chunk of time, but I don't think John Forbes cares. It's 11.
Better than middle paddling around all race long as getting wrecked by a freaking armadillo.
Sora and others. It was about finding all the speed we can.
Former.
And if a little bit of smoke down, well, you just cross your
Hey, what the hell did we do?
To make it to the end. If anyone can wheel the machine that's still in control, it would be John
Well,
Forbes.
you know, get a record pass the shit out of me. Apology would be nice, but, you know, it's fine.
As well as seeing Thomas Green, the 3, just poking his
Neither
nose
Trent,
on
myself, or
where he
Eric
wants to go to make this pass, and the 3 has been so cautious.
He's not
on
talking to you.
He's kind of just watched Vincent Sora.
Yeah, I'm talking to your team, mate. You're good, Logan.
The big
I love
moves
you.
that enables this 3 to have an easier pass in the longer run.
And that sometimes is the key. You know,
Holy shit, that shit just
sometimes just follow someone through.
got sideways random.
Aren't we all
Sometimes
just
opening the door is harder than walking through it. So right now the 3 and Thomas Green doing a good job and having another great run. You know, look back to Homestead, it was a battle between him and Vincent Sora. Going down to the end, what do you know? Right here, second and third, 15-3.
Also, update on those that have pitted already. Joshua Stovall has gotten by Ryan Ferraro, so if anyone has not pitted, feels like they can't make it again, Stovall would pass those drivers on this run. The only problem with 42 is still one lap down. He would get the lucky dog award if Raj him out at this moment, but it would throw away his whole entire strategy of hoping for the rest of the field to have to be forced into pit road. As a few other drivers making the call, and one of those going to be Nick Crawford. Crawford was one of those drivers who's trying to stretch the fuel out. Zach, he is not going to be able to make it. So this puts a window for Stovall of, well, you better hope the rest of the field for these next 30 laps start to trickle into pit road.
And what tells me he was definitely fuel saving, Sam, is he never ran a lap faster than 30.4. His fastest lap tonight is at 30.7. So he was running about 7/10 off the pace the whole entire run, and a lot of times in the 32-second bracket. So I think he was saving fuel from the drop. I don't think anybody's going to possibly make it.
Well, that was at 31.58.
This is going to make things interesting. Will anyone who's maybe going to get caught by Stovall looking for that net gain as Nick Crawford tries to get rolling on the inside. He has to get by Mark Lavertone. Lavertone was really slow on the apron. Getting back up to speed. That might hurt Crawford, which will help Stovall on losing time. But can we stay green? It's going to be the true question. Because drivers around 6th place get really racy, and of course it's Stovall around the most danger as he's trying to make his way around Shelley, as well as Talmadge now making the slicing move by Trenton Jump. This 42's trying to unlap himself as quickly as possible, so if there's a late caution, he's still in this race. But man, is this looking tough for the 42 machine.
It's going to be a tough situation. I mean, we're going to see when everybody else comes down. If they have to, it's going to be him out front. But he's going to have a gap. It's just going to be, can he manage that gap? Sam is going to be the question. And can he get back here on the lead lap before a caution goes out? Because that's going to be the number one priority on his mind is now passing Acer and John Forbes, the 42, back on the lead lap.
That's the biggest importance for Stovall is now if there's a caution, at least now he's got an option of do I stay out, do I pit, but you're on the lead lap, so you won't be at the end of the line. Battling for the lead, though, going to be between the teammates as Vincent Sora as well as John Forbes. These two drivers battling for championships the last couple of seasons. It's Forbes who's been on the upper hand, but Vincent Sora would love to take at least one win over the 11 machine if possible. But they might be racing this close, but they're the two drivers that I trust the most to be able to race this on top of one another.
Yeah, they're going to get sideways. They're going to lead on each other. They're going to get close. And Vincent Sora right here, I think he's going to pull a blinder on him. He's going to come to pit road. Doesn't want to waste any time stuck behind the 11. He's going to come down with the aggressive call here to come to pit road.
Can Vincent Sora run down Stovall? Stovall use up too much of those tires? Could be the true question as this run progressive. Ryan Ferraro now going to be trying to unlap himself for the 10 machine. As drivers over the radio making the call. Pit road might be calling for Thomas Green and a few others on this go-around. And for John Forbes, is pit road calling for this lap? It is. Forbes into pit road.
Number 3 is now
going. He's too fast.
Too much.
Penalty.
That's too much.
Will the penalty be given out? And it is. Black flag going to be given out for Danny Cochran and John Forbes. And this throws away a chance for a win for Forbes now, as well as a good run for Danny Cochran in the 2.
On the high side.
I knew immediately as soon as he was going around right there was no way he was getting that thing mowed down. That was way too much speed. And the reason why he carried that much speed, if he pressed the brake anymore, he was literally going to wreck. The rear end was already stepping out. The brake, it was on the limit of the grip, so to say. And he just kind of had to let it slide at that point to get mowed up, but just not in time. So
more G19 behind is now 16 seconds.
The question for those drivers is they've been really saving more aggressively than others. And Joshua Stovall currently runs 17 seconds behind Tyler Dangler, a little bit over 17.5 seconds off of Joshua Kanata. Eric Stamp is going to get caught. He's under 4 seconds now from Stovall. Stamp's just going to try to stay out as long as he can to see if he can get a net gain. But this 42 current leader of those that are on
we're never able to recover from it.
But if we look at the rest of the field, Nick Crawford trying to run down this 42 machine. Vincent Sora to be within distance. That draft help with Crawford.
Got it low, brother. I already got your
Stovall in the gap. Well, it's a little bit over, I believe, 7 seconds, the difference between Stovall to Nick Crawford. That's going to be the battle we continue to watch out for as this race continues on, and we're closing in on 20 laps to go.
Now we are in Stovall there, getting passed by the 00 of Smith there.
18th.
Saw the 2 times contact being made for him. Luckily, nothing happening that time as there Ethan Smith's going to try to break the draft there from him.
The captain,
See Stovall going in the 3 now. Crawford about halfway down the straightaway. Then it's going to be Vincent Sora. It's going to be the next one, about a second
Hello, bud.
from the 74. I think the 15, if anything, the 42 is going to have to watch out for the 74, of course.
The next car is
15 is going to be
number 28, B license, and their rating is 1.5. Still there. You're up top, 3 wide.
But
You're reeling.
is that a 2-tire call for Vincent Sora? He got to try to get down the distance with that call, but a lot of drivers are saying 2 tires was going to be tough to put down some good speed. And what I'm seeing right now, advantage to Crawford on the pace that he's putting down. Vincent Sora, that 2-tire call might have saved him a little bit of time, but how much will it hurt him on the long run is going to be the big question.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that 2-tire call, especially with how the balance of these trucks have been on the looser side. And just from the little bit of onboard watching I have had of his POV, he is definitely sawing the wheel and hanging on to the rear end of that truck. And like you said, not making lap time faster than Nick Crawford. Crawford might be very well in the best position to pull this off, but at the same time, Stovall's got quite a gap.
Got a gap. He's got some
ahead is increasing. It's now 9.1.
Down. Finally able to get by Eric Stamp. For Tyler Degler and Joshua Kanata, I mean, looking at their pace, they're both been trying to figure out the numbers to save fuel and stretch it as far as they can go. If you're out there on track, you made your bet. This 16 and the 19, I think they're gambling on the fact that they can save enough fuel and make it to the end of this race. And looking at the pace, it's about a half a second each lap. But can we stay green? Olive Fonseca, big slide in front of Cody Reed and Stovall, and Stovall gets by both of them. But the rest of the field, tires are going to be tough to make it to the end of this thing. But I'm looking at Kanata. I'm looking at Dangler. I mean, they're in a pretty good spot. If it's just a half a second each lap, I mean, this is going to be tough on Stovall to even run them down.
He's running you in. The game's now.
This is looking good for Stovall right now.
Oh my god, is that boy who's got TV behind me?
And continue to make time.
That's the guy. Not so fast this race.
We'll see how long they can continue on. Can they make the fuel is going to provide a huge question here right now. It's just the lap times. If they can make the fuel happen, the lap times are good enough to where they can hold.
Bad luck racing TV.
Traffic that hurt Stovall. He lost over a half a second to Nick Crawford. Crawford
I
is
need a
now within
caution.
a second and a half to the 42 machine. Vincent Sora also tagged along and ran faster than Crawford that last lap. So the 15 isn't out of this thing just yet. But again, it's down to the fuel numbers. Can the 16
Yeah, I need a caution like
the 19 of Dangler stretch
55 laps ago.
Because based off the rate of pace,
Yeah, if I get a caution though, I think I'm the only one with tires.
Those two, they're not bad. The tires.
I got one set left too. That's what sucks.
Stovall, Kanata, or if Stovall, Crawford, or Sora catch up to them. But this is going to be the fun chase. I love it when it comes down to the fuel mileage races because there's a chance for someone to be a surprise winner here tonight.
See smoke.
I say that, and I tell you who they need to watch out for. It's going to be the 3 trucks.
It's all smoke in turn 1.
It was Eric, he smacked the wall down.
Oh shit.
They took 4 tires compared to Vincent Sora. They're about a half a second quicker, and Thomas Green's already there almost to them. So Green is going to be, I think, the threat for Stovall.
But it looks like trouble for Jared Talmadge. A lap and a half prior to the one we're talking about. Talmadge ran into Eric Stamp. No caution was thrown, but Stamp now into pit road with heavy damage. Talmadge, a lot of front end damage he's dealing with. He's still trying to put down some decent pace, but it's not as quick as he once was. As now, Nick Crawford has been caught. He's been passed. Thomas Green making the move forward. Now slicing to the outside of Vincent Sora. Tyler Dangler into pit road. Stovall's in second, and he is being caught very quickly as he's ripping the top. Thomas Green is looking on point with the waiting and patience all night long. He's watched his competition just make all the big moves. And this 3, it looks like he's had the stretch and work out. But watch out, will Stovall be used as the pick this go round? Sora
Okay,
moves
that's
the
what I
3
thought. I
up,
appreciate
right in
it.
front
I
of,
just
oh
wanted
my goodness! Slicing and dicing Sora, trying to use everything there to stop the 3.
He tried it, but the 42 had enough momentum that it didn't really check up the 3, but here they go.
The next car is
past the 42. Like he's always standing still there. Vincesaur's going to slide on the racetrack just to clear the 42, but the 3 is set and sail because he's got to really, I think, now focus his sights back to the 5th place driver, and that's going to be Trey Jump. He's closing in right there on the bottom. He's going to be the next one to pass the wall of the exit of 4.
So now they're going to try to find a way to get by this 0-0 of Ethan Smith. Thomas Green also is still 11.5-second difference between Joshua Kanata and Thomas Green. That last lap, Kanata still over a second. I mean, he's still at a decent pace that he could have a chance
Still there.
to be up there, but saving enough fuel is going to be tough. As we are seeing these numbers click away to Trenton Jump, trying to set up the move to get by Vincent Sora. And Zach, this has been a fun one to watch. We know the drama's not over yet. If you watch the ISRC Truck Series in the past, you always know there's a looming late caution that could change all of this, that could throw away a long green flag run finish. But man, if this one stays green, it's looking picture perfect that it's going to come down like we've seen in the past. Back in Season 2, Season 4, it was a last lap potential pass, and it was within 1/10 that we saw the pass be made between the top 2 to see who's going to take victory lane. We might see another classic Chicagoland finish and stay clean and green as Kanata, it's less than 10 seconds. It's down to 9 seconds, the difference between himself and Thomas Green.
That is down that much, and it's about 1.5 seconds per lap. So at this rate, even if Kanata can make it to the end, the pace difference.
Josh trying to stretch this?
Too much to make up for the 16. But if anything, Kanata can make it to the end, he could still very well get a great finish out of this. There could still be somewhere inside the top 10.
You're clear outside.
And Vincent Sora is just watching Trey Jump drive on by. Looking at the pace, Thomas Green is running faster than Jump. They're running pretty close to one another. But you can see here on screen, Joshua Kanata is just swarmed by lap traffic that's trying to get by on fresher tires, those that are just off pace, struggling. 9 laps to go, and each lap a question of how much further can this 16 car go. The gap now down to 7.5 seconds between Kanata and Thomas Green. Green's got a lot of clean air in front of him, so he's not really no worries there. But for Joshua Kanata, this has got to be kind of frustrating to have so many drivers around you that you just can't focus on running clean laps and fuel mileage. You have to run fast enough to try to keep this traffic away from you as much as you can.
That's exactly right.
Is Josh enough to win this thing?
Situation of focusing on one thing while having to focus on what's happening all around you, so it can't make everything that much more difficult. But 7 laps to go. It's about 7.2 seconds back.
No, I don't think so. Thomas Green is coming in a hurry.
If he keeps that pace up, he can win the race. But I just don't know. He can keep that same pace up and
Clear on the inside
for it to happen. As you can see right here, look at how much he has to lift there, especially with the newer tires. There at the 19, he just flies by the understands there.
But Justin Forrest still can't make the pass. That 97's been right on the rear bumper of the 16. Just continues to linger there, as now it's a little bit less than 7 seconds difference, and that was 0.5 second that last lap. Trent Jump is not gaining enough time that he would catch up to Joshua Kanata. This is where it gets fun. 6 laps to go, and Joshua Kanata, he is now about to be entering what we call no man's land, where does he have the fuel or doesn't he? And how much were you able to save? We were able to record 50 to 52 laps. Was the fuel that you can make it. If you're really focusing on fuel saving, you can go 52 laps. 50 was for sure, and now it's up there for the 16. How much can you save? And you're hoping that this traffic just gets by you and you can just focus on fuel saving and not hit the wall like that.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a little bit of chunk of time lost. If anything, getting in the draft here.
Oh, he had to pit. Unfortunate.
But he does have some time to give up. He doesn't have to run the fast.
No, pit road calling! Pit road is calling, and Thomas Green, he will take that lead as Kanata, it just goes up in smoke as he drifts into pit entry. Thomas Green in the 3 is pulling away with 4 laps to go.
Thomas Green. He saw it slip away from him at the Homestead Miami Speedway late in the go with the 15 running them down. Tonight, though, he's not making that same mistake. He took the 4 tires. He played the strategy right in this 3. He is, like he said, pulling the gap, and he wants to bring home the third point of his season.
I mean, Thomas Green has just been so patient. I felt like we talked about it so many times where he is not always the 21.
Just in front of you.
They're just going at it for every win possible. But you know that Thomas Green has the speed, has the potential. And with 3 laps to go, this 3 machine is feeling good. The times back straight jump have been pretty identical. There's small minor differences, but that 46 is not catching up to the 3 machine. Green, hit your marks, and you've got yourself a chance to get into victory lane for season 8. As the 3 is looking good on the exit of turn 4.
He's trying to have a nice little fun race here at the end.
For Thomas Green.
Less than 3 miles for him here at the Chicagoland Speedway. It's been even lap times pretty much the last few times between the top 2. If anything, it's going to need a big mistake for Trenton Jump if he wants a shot in this.
Oh, he's sideways.
Hit your marks and you're going to be all right with a lap and a half to go. Thomas Green still 0.8 seconds the difference.
2 laps left.
Trenton Jump, but out the exit of turn 4. Look up to the flag stand and you see the white flag flying as your gridless graphics white flag is given out to Thomas Green. 1 lap to go for the 3 machine before victory lane is for himself. And Planet Sim could say that we got a win, and now we got ourselves 2 drivers that have found themselves in the victory lane.
Oh, he's wrecking.
His teammate Jared Tallman did that on race number 1 at Daytona. This team as a whole
we're gonna get 18th.
looks so complete. You knew Green was looking for victory. He had the pace so many times, and call him back to a win. Thomas Green wins the ISRC
I'm gonna finish 18th.
at Chicagoland.
P11.
What
nice,
a
man.
job by him. What a call. Tom Cool
11, 2 weeks in a row.
Thomas Green brings home that first win, like you said, Sam.
It has been a journey for this driver, looking for every chance to get into victory lane, and it's going to be his 3rd time doing it. This 3 has looked so good at every single season he shows up for. Took a little bit of hiatus.
Not a bad strategy.
He
They're
hasn't
coming
gotten
out
to
like
victory lane
113.
in a while. His last one, September 22nd.
It wasn't a bad strategy to come in before everybody else.
Yeah, I gained a spot from it, so.
I thought they would have stayed out longer.
What happened?
At some point, as Danny Cochran gets a
I
little
thought
bit
Kanata
too
was
much
gonna
on the rear quarter
somehow
panel.
have enough for the end.
I tried to
Green's
congratulate
all right with
Thomas
that.
Green and
what
all.
I think he was
a
getting
start
passed before that even
himself.
happened.
What a blast
Look at
that
him, Jack
Chicagoland gave us here this evening.
What's your
Came down to
speed?
fuel mileage, came down to
Box in,
strategy,
5.
and it was Green waiting for
long.
a later moment to
1.
pit.
Box now.
He had the tires to get into victory lane. Green,
Oh,
enjoy
man, that's
yourself
tough.
getting a burnout. As we step away, when we come back, we'll talk to our top 3.
That
Thomas
you all
Green,
have next
Trent
week off.
Jump, Vincent Sora.
92%.
And we'll see if we got a
Right
spotlight
rear,
driver to see their
79%.
thoughts as well.
Louis,
And
what were you trying to
guess
say?
what? We've
I don't
had
even
this
remember
happen
what lap we got
before.
turned by Cody.
Your
Sorry.
Whatever lap we ran into lap time on.
biggest mover is your winner here tonight. John Forbes did it for himself in WSSR. Well, for that of the 3 machine, Thomas Green is going to be, again, your Whiplash Sim Cam's biggest mover and winner. We'll be back right after this. We've got the post-race show in just a few moments.
That was this lap. There we go. Freaking. Yeah, Cody's sideways in the corner. He's already drifting the corner as it is. Like, no, and he just. Yeah, Cody just came right up into me, dude.
He just couldn't drive the truck.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that, like, he was drifting the corner before he even wrecked me. Just kept coming up into him. Well, we salvaged, even after all that, not getting the cautions, we salvaged decent 18th placement, so I guess we'll take it. getting into next week, I think next week's an off week, so we have a race next week. So it'll be Pocono on the 31st. So that'll be fun. I love Pocono. Looking forward to that. It'll hopefully be a good bounce back race for us. But the WSSR Wednesday night, so we'll jump that stream. And season 2, 25 is dropped tonight. So we'll try to stream that this week. Look out for that. But appreciate y'all tuning in.